This is a series of 100 films about Japanese places I've been. And this is a film about a place with a fantastic music festival. Chibaraki is the slang word for the area around the border of Chiba and Ibaraki prefectures, in the Kanto region, the area around Tokyo on the island of Honshu in eastern Japan. It's serviced by the Joban line. The first time I went here was my second year in Japan, and everybody should know about Chiba because if you land in Narita Airport, it's the first glimpse of Japan you'll see. Forests and fields of rice stretching out towards the horizon. Narita is so far from central Tokyo it takes 2 hours to get there. But Chiba also has Disneyland, several monorails, and the most crowded train line, the Tokyo Metro Tozai line. Not only is it crowded, it's one of the few subway lines that travels well into the suburbs. Becoming a cabin attendant, or a flight attendant in standard English, is one of the most desired jobs for young women. I suppose it's because you get to visit overseas. The enrollment process is surprisingly rigorous. My old English school had a training course that prepared flight attendants for job interviews. They'd learn how to put on makeup properly, speak in humble and honorific Japanese, and do surprisingly difficult math problems. And after such a tumultuous process, they put you on glorified bus service. The 747 route between Osaka and Haneda, which usually means 6 or 7 flights back and forth every day in a fully packed plane of hundreds of Japanese businessmen. Although Haneda recently has had more international flights, traditionally most flight attendants would be in their 30s before they worked the international routes. Departo. Along the coast of Tokyo Bay, Chiba is densely populated, served by multiple train lines all running in parallel. Chiba City proper, with 1 million people, is about an hour east of central Tokyo. Makuhari Messe is a giant convention center on the way there, hosting a music festival in July called Summer Sonic. It competes with Fuji Rock for the title of Japan's biggest music festival. Makuhari Messe is also where the Chiba Mariners play, the local Major League Baseball team. But as you go north, the landscape changes a little bit. It gets a little less dense. People have larger houses in these areas. The weather gets colder because you're getting away from the Pacific Ocean. You're getting close to Ibaraki Prefecture. There's actually a point where Ibaraki Prefecture jets out just southwest enough to border both Chiba and Tokyo prefectures. Departo. And the name for this area, informally, is called Chibaraki, one of the few places in the Tokyo area where it's pretty affordable. If you buy a house there, it's very likely to have a lawn, which is virtually unheard of elsewhere in the Kanto area. Not just rent, but food is cheaper, and there are no luxury department stores to tempt you either, so if you're on a modest salary, like say an English teacher, and you just want to experience the regular, normal Japan, Chibaraki is a pretty good place to live. How do I get there? Since this is a broad area, in general, Chibaraki is accessed via the Joban line, which departs from Ueno Station. Matsudo, Kashiwa, and Toride are all major cities in the area. To get to Chiba City, take the Sobu Line Rapid service from Tokyo Station. Just over 40 minutes later, you'll arrive. As always, remember that this information may be out of date by the time you're watching this. The word of the day. The word of the day is departo. It means department store in Japanese. So if you want to experience the finer things in life, you'll need to make a visit to one of these places. So if you want to remember this word, feel free to watch this video 10 more times and repeat along with me, or at least that's what I do. Next time! So that's it until next time when we visit the Tokyo area's least crowded beaches. So until then, sayonara.